Yeah, I think some people are really comfortable in that situation. I've got a good little story of somebody I know very well who's 80 years of age that has started a few days back and just doing phenomenally well just by doing that. Getting on the telephone and being enthusiastic about a great opportunity that he's found. So I'll mention that as we talk through. But yeah, just we'll be using. He's coming. He's going to be on our hangout on Monday. 80-year-old guy who's talking about Forex and networking as if he was 22. So fantastic. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just a number. It doesn't matter. It's a number. Yeah, you're showing us all up at the moment, so you got nothing to worry about there. I can assure you. Yeah, yeah. Let's get it on. Sounds great. Yeah, well, it's great to be here. So we'll work this through. Linda deserves a rest. So between the two of us, if Linda's just going to run the slides and leave the two of us, we'll just. It might not be as smooth as we'd normally like it to be, guys, but just bear with us. We'll get the important bits of information across to you. Cindy, carry on. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, when I first looked at the business, and some of you may have heard this before, but Christopher took the time and trouble. I had, as anybody does, some questions that I wanted clarifying, due diligence, as some people call it. And I was just blown away. Christopher rang me. I was in the car, got hold of my cell number somehow from somebody, rang me and wanted to go through maybe some of the questions specifically that I had. and something that stuck in my mind, and it's something I refer to an awful lot on these sort of calls, is that he said to me what he wanted to create was a safe place for everybody to find financial freedom. Now, it's a phenomenal statement, and a lot of you listening may just say, well, yeah, that sounds great, but anybody can say that. Believe you me, in the 2 to 3 weeks that we've been working together, I can assure you that he means it 100%. And I've got people in my team who are, and we'll tell you some stories in a while, who are just absolutely blown away with this man's enthusiasm and passion to do exactly what Cindy's just told you. I had one guy that's recently joined my team who just started out, wanted to try the trading, and was struggling to get his trading account set up yesterday. And I won't digress too much, but Christopher was in the trading room at the time, jumped on, called Bruce and just said, look, I'm going to sort your account. Spent 40 minutes with him doing exactly that. Now, that's one of thousands of people, but that's the sort of guy he is. He gets involved, gets on with it, and without any question, I can assure you, the statements that Cindy just mentioned to you, he is 100% behind. And guys, go out there and Google Christopher Terry. See what you get, because you know the power of Google. Go out there and put his name in. Do that straight after this call, or preferably not during it, because I'd like you to listen to us. But just Google Christopher Terry. You'll see nothing but glowing reports. His background and why he's in network, merging these two businesses of network marketing and Forex trading, is that he was a phenomenal player in a huge global network business going back 20 years. 15 years in building a phenomenal trading reputation. You'll see nothing but great reports on what he's done and what his involvements are now, and how he's helping and has helped and continue to help people change their lives. That's part of your due diligence, and you'll be delighted with what you find. Cindy, do you want me to take this slide? Well, here's a big what if for you. What if you could learn a new profession and earn while doing it? Just think about that for a moment. Whatever age you are, you're on the call, maybe looking for a change of direction and a change of life. And there's a question that really is very poignant. If you could do it and you're earning while you're learning, and it's a huge phrase that's very, very close, I know, to Christopher's heart. It's a great opportunity, and that's what IML is going to bring you. What if your income stopped today? Just think about that for a moment. If tomorrow, bang, it's all over, and you had no further income coming in on a weekly, monthly, annual basis, how long are you going to be able to continue to live the lifestyle that you're living now? And what if you could get connected to an education platform where you could work at your own pace, get an understanding of what you're doing, and be mentored by the very, very best that there is in the industry? Wouldn't that be a great place to be? Next slide, Linda, if you're controlling it. Now, here it just gives you a breakdown of and I found this really eye-opening. For those of you that are interested specifically, and you will be, whether you are now or not, in the Forex and the trading side of the business, look at the graph. What that's showing you is it says here, that unique products and services will give you access to the largest market in the world, with over 5 trillion in daily transactions. If you look at the New York Stock Exchange, the Tokyo Stock Exchange, and the London Stock Exchange, in comparison to the Forex market, there is no comparison. There's $5 trillion that are traded on a daily basis, which is a colossal amount of money and probably an amount that most of us struggle to get our heads around. So as far as the opportunity and where you want to learn, the Forex market is what's been selected specifically to bring it to you for a whole host of reasons, which we'll go into later. But it gives you an opportunity to start to understand the business, and that will show you how you can do that with a zero risk opportunity of using a demo account that eases you into the system as you actually learn. Next slide. Absolutely, yeah. Carry on, Cindy. And what you're about to see here, guys, in case you're sitting there thinking, well, I just don't get Forex, I don't understand it, it's going a bit over my head, you don't have to worry about that. What we're going to show you here is an ability where you can take your learning curve at your own pace. There is a phenomenal signaling system that the traders can send straight through to you on the computer. We're going to show you a little bit and talk to you a little bit about that in a moment. But I don't want you to switch off and think, well, Forex, it's great, but it's too complicated for me. I promise you, this is probably the easiest opportunity you're ever going to have. No different to really being in a position where somebody gives you a great tip on a horse. You follow it and it comes in. It's almost like predicting what the lottery numbers are going to be this weekend and giving you that information. Would you want to buy a ticket? Well, of course you would. And what you've got is you've got 6 of probably the world's best traders in your corner giving you that information. So that's what we're talking about. Let me take this one, Cindy. Just from a point of view on slides, I'm just plugging while I'm talking to you, and just buy some time. I suddenly realise I'm running out of power and I don't want to disappear. Let me just make sure my laptop's plugged in and live. But just a couple of quotes from people here. You got Warren Buffett on the left here. The stock market, as he says, is a no-call strike game. Very relevant to us in the States. Maybe not so much in Europe, but you don't have to swing at everything. You can wait for your pitch. And that's really poignant. One thing that we've emphasized over the last few days, it's not about sending lots of signals out to us to tell us what we should be going after, the deals and the trades that are going to be great. It's about sending the right ones out. The ones, you don't want 20 when 17 are not going to be profitable for you. If you have to sit and wait 3 days for 3, then those are the signals that you want, knowing that with all probability, and there's no guarantees of course in life, but with all probabilities they are going to be profitable trades. And that's what this business is about, is giving you the green light on something that you're happy to put your money on. To start with, you can use your own demo account, and when you're comfortable you can ease in. But as Warren says on there, the problem when you're a money manager is that your fans keep yelling, swing you bum, swing. And very true. And on the other side, Oprah Winfrey, do the one thing you think you cannot do. Fail at it, try again, and do better the second time. In other words, dust yourself off and go again. The only people who never tumble are those who never mount the high wire. In other words, unless you give it a go, you're never going to find out. And I promise you, you've got all the tools that are about to be shown to you here where you can give it a go with zero risk. And when you're comfortable, just slide in. Next slide, please. Two flagship products. Well, here they are. I mean, the Signal service, I'll go into it a little bit, but very simply, what this is going to enable you to do is that you can log on to your PC in the morning. You can simply receive, once you've set up your account, a signal that comes into you. Wait for the signal to come out of the trading room from one of 6 traders that are incredibly experienced, and when that signal comes through, you can simply, on autopilot if you so wish, set your account to mirror it. So in other words, these traders will be making the moves themselves and going with trades that they feel comfortable with and are going to be profitable. Will send you that signal and you can set your system to mirror it. Now that can either be with your demo account, which is a little bit like I refer to monopoly money, or you can be doing it real time with your own trading account. So the choice is yours. The second part of it is the knowledge platform, where you're going to be able to, as we've said before, earn while you learn, or learn while you earn, whichever way around you want it. But the aim is really for you to be able to start to pick up the knowledge base of Forex trading at your own pace, but at the same time be able to earn a good residual income by following the signals that are coming through. And these 3 guys here, well, there are now 6 in total. Christopher Terry, the CEO, you've got Louis LaBarba at the bottom in the middle, and Nick Stoddard, who's based in London, have a phenomenal amount of experience between them, something like 70 to 80 years of trading experience. So you're starting to see you're in great hands, guys. You really are, and these are the guys that are going to be sending you the signals on a daily basis. Cindy, over to you. Absolutely. What you've got to understand, guys, is that Christopher realized very, very simply that everybody has different lives. Everybody that's on this call are different. Some are working 14 hours a day, some are working 9 hours a day. One thing that's very, very clear is his vision is real. He understands what people are going through. And therefore, you've got to put a business plan together that is very, very simple and caters for everybody. And as Cindy's just said, if you want to learn and you want to really throw yourself into it and you've got time to be able to do that, you can go through a huge learning curve very quickly. It's all there on the platform. If you know that you're out and you're doing 14, 15 hours a day, well, that's unrealistic, 7 days a week. You haven't got time to do that, but that doesn't stop you in this business. You've got that signal, it comes through, you log on literally for 2 to 3 minutes, turn your PC on, set your signal up and go about your day. And you can do that with $50,000 of monopoly money, look at it over 3 or 4 weeks, and then see the results that are coming. And obviously you're going to start to realize very quickly, if that was your own money, look at what you would have been earning. So, the facts are that it caters for absolutely everybody. I'll carry on if you like, Cindy, with this. Why IML Trade Signal Service? Well, quite simply, as we've said, you accept the signal. It takes 2 minutes a day. We've already covered that. You've got your free practice account or demo account of $50,000 that you can play with to make sure, again, there's no risk. Nobody's asking you to jump in with your own money. You can use that demo account to ensure that it's doing exactly what it says on the tin, that the signals are as good as we're telling you that they're going to be. We can tell you all day long that these guys know what they're doing, that they're six traders, but please understand, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not, I'm going to put $5 in today and earn $1 million by Monday morning. Those businesses just are, well, they're ridiculous, to be honest, and we've seen them come and go. It's not something I've ever got involved in. This is a real substantial business that if you take your time and you play with what you can afford to play with, and you watch the signals and you start in the right way and you utilize the demo account that's there for you and you get in when you're ready and you're comfortable, you're going to enjoy the whole experience and you can earn whilst you're going through it. And as it says there, you have no learning curve. Your account will leverage the Success Expert traders accounts, and 2 levels of stop losses are in place to protect you. Again, that might not mean a lot at the moment, but it will mean a lot more once you start to watch what's going on. You've got a live video feed through to the trading room. You can ask questions of these guys. So if you're not sure, they're extremely helpful. And they're there to assist you. So you're going to find the whole experience very, very user-friendly. Next slide, please. I think we've probably covered that. Go ahead. Yeah, and most of these guys are wanting to rob you blind. Yeah, you'll see that what you've got, out there at the moment, as Cindy said, there isn't any competition. I think I heard something at the tail end of last week where somebody wanted $5,000 for you to attend the course and give you half an hour of their time afterwards. And when you look at what is on the table here before you this evening, as a founder member, it's quite extraordinary. So no, I agree with you entirely, Cindy. There is no competition. There's nothing like this business anywhere, online or offline at the moment. Well, the executive suite, I mean, as it is now, and let me be clear on this. At the moment, we are talking about iMarketslive. This vision is in pre-launch. That means, in layman's terms, the company does not globally launch until the 22nd of September. So the offer that is here at the moment, which is to become a founder member with the executive suite, runs until the 18th of September. Now I can tell you there's a lot of promotions which really will encourage you to get in sooner. Don't leave it to the last minute, because there's a lot of things that are finishing at various intervals up until the September the 18th. But as you can see here, you've got the live trading education room with 6 expert trading mentors and coaches. You've got live webinars, virtual seminars, educational video library stocked with learning material, 2 months included of executive suite trade signal service. So normally that would be $247 a month. Within your $1,500, you have 60 days, 2 months of that service already built in. And you'll see when we start to go on to the networking side at the moment, just park this figure for the moment just to one side, the $1,500, because when we show you the second part of this, you're going to start to see where all this fits in. And if this is not exceptional value already in comparison to how else you could get educated on Forex out there, you'll start to see where it really starts to sweeten up in a moment. Let's get into my world. I love this. I love this so much. Well, guys, I mean, from a point of view of networking, if you've not done networking or multi-level marketing before, then don't worry. This is very, very simple to understand, and don't worry about absorbing it all now. Don't sweat the small stuff. And we'll keep going over this. And what I would say to you is, if you want to get started, everybody offers a one-to-one chat. Very easy for you to do. But quite simply, what you need to understand is that if you have the opportunity, once you start to see the phenomenal way that this business can work and how you can get involved in a Forex market and start to make money on a daily basis, you're going to want to talk to people. I always refer, it's like going to a great restaurant. You can't help but tell somebody else about it. And that's the way this works. We're not talking about you being a marketing genius and an online guru of being able to do network marketing. You're simply going to want to tell somebody else about it. And do you know the great thing about it? You're going to get paid for it. Let's look at the levels on the left-hand side. There's you at the top. Now, first of all, you talk to 3 people. Now, let me tell you, at the moment, you'll see on the bottom right-hand side that if you bring somebody else into this business once you've got started as a founder member, and that only runs until the 18th of September, the company are offering a bonus to you of $400. So you tell John about it and say what an opportunity this is, and explain a little bit about it. And if you're not sure about how to explain it, you talk to somebody who's invited you into the business, and they'll help you with that conversation. But you're going to receive $400. And if there were 3 Johns, that's $1,200. And then Johns, or the 3 of them, are going to go out and they're going to do the same thing. They're not going to believe it, and they're going to talk to other people about it. And here you start to see how the levels build up. And on the left-hand side, you'll see that there is an opportunity on bringing, at the moment, up until the end of August, which is only, I know, tomorrow. But if you're bringing 2 people into the business, you can take action tomorrow. And we've had people doing that all day long today that joined yesterday, that have gone out and told 2 people about it. And here is the big thing that you need to focus on if you want to achieve this. If you find 2 people to join you tomorrow in this business, the company will open up levels 1 to 6. Look at that on the left-hand side. We're jumping forward, but we'll go back. So 1 to 6, that's perfect, Linda, thank you. 1 to 6 means effectively that you will advance and you will have in your team placed for you either by people that are above you. When the company launches themselves, they will assist you with that on the 22nd of September, or by you yourself, up to 1,092 people. Now let me tell you how this works. How does that benefit you? What does that mean? I've got 1,092 people beneath me. Well, quite simply, there is a monthly subscription of $247, of which as a founder member, and as a founder member only, after the company launches on the 22nd of September, this will no longer apply. You will receive 8% of that monthly subscription. Let me do the maths for you. That's $19.76 from every person that is beneath you in your downline. And if there's 1,092 people that you're eligible for just bringing in 2 people up until the end of tomorrow, that's 12 p.m. Eastern Time. If you do 1,092 people multiplied by $19.76, you do the maths. It is a colossal amount of money once your matrix is completely filled. Now after that, don't worry about it. Don't sit there and think, well, that's the end of tomorrow. Then what happens? Well, the world doesn't fall apart. You can still achieve exactly that. All that's happened is Christopher decided that they were going to offer a phenomenal bonus through August and bump everybody up a level. From September the 1st onwards up until the 18th, what I can tell you is that if you get 6 people in, and we can give you the tools to do that, but if you get 6 people into the business, then you still achieve those levels 1 to 6, which is 1,092 people. If you just get 2 in, then you're still getting your $400 per person, as you will with your 6. But if you just get 2, you've got levels 1 to 4, which is 120 people. And let me tell you, that's over $2,000 a month. Let me take some air there. Just get back to it, but I just love that so much, and I can tell you the people that have seen this opportunity over the last 48 hours and realized that they've got up until the 31st and at the end of tomorrow to be able to get as many people in to join them, and I can tell you people are joining in their droves. So you can see as you look further down, you can go down to levels 8, and then in addition to that there's levels 9, 10 and 11 where there are further bonuses. And let me tell you, and I can't tell you too much, but when the company launches in Las Vegas at the Bellagio Hotel on the 21st, formally 21st, 22nd of September, then I can assure you that what is going to be on the table at that time will be every bit as exciting as what you can see here now. So I don't want you to think that suddenly things are going to change. So what you need to do now is if you decide that you want to get involved, and maybe you have some more questions, but you need to start talking to other people once you've got the information yourself. Next slide, please. Cindy, talk to me about the $2 million challenge. And Cindy, just for talking to somebody. That's all it is. Let me tell you guys, you're going to sit there and you might be thinking, I don't know 20 people. How am I going to do that? I just, I'm no expert with these things and I need to understand it before I explain it. Let me tell you, everybody's here above you and around you to help you with that information. You're not on your own. But the company are going to give you the tools. In Vegas, there's some phenomenal things being launched. Look at the 90 days. You have 90 days, 3 months to find these people. And the tools that you're going to be armed with after the launch, during the launch at Las Vegas, will enable you to do that, and to do that by just taking some proactive action. Let me just tell you very quickly, I'm conscious of time. I've had somebody that is 80 years of age joined around 4 days ago. He's a young 80, know him very well. He has not got a clue about internet marketing. And all he's done is picked up the telephone and talked to a few friends and colleagues about the feeling that he's got about this business. He's had phenomenal support. Somebody from support rang him this morning and said, just to let you know, we want to make sure that we've got your payment details so we can get your commissions through to you on time. He's in Brighton, in Sussex, in the UK, and they called him from New York. He couldn't believe it. Now, this is an 80-year-old gentleman who loves this business. He understands the opportunity that's in front of him, and he's had 6 people join him by him picking up the telephone and just talking about the business, showing them his back office and what it's about. It's as simple as that. There's nothing like this out there. So you've got an opportunity in front of you. As Cindy's just said, there's $13,000 on the table for you now, for you to go out and find 20 people to join this business, which is a colossal amount of money by anybody's standards. And let me tell you, Cindy, he please do, yeah. Well, he's that's really not an issue, Linda. He's got 6 in 4 days by picking up a telephone. So anybody can do that. And let me just add to you, no, he's not. he's he's married. And let me just say, on as a final note on that, he's been offered all sorts of business opportunities that he wouldn't put $100 into, and he jumped into this with both feet because he feels that the company is right, that it's got a clear vision, it ticks all the boxes, it's real. He wanted to understand and start to learn about the Forex market, something we all would like to do if we had that knowledge. And we've got our hand held by these great traders that are going to show us exactly what we need to be doing and when. Next slide, Linda. Thank you. Come on, baby. Vegas. I can't wait. I just cannot wait. What happens in Vegas? I know. Vegas, this is going to be extraordinary. If you can get there, guys, you need to be there, because Linda, who keeps just interjecting, we're giving her a little bit of an evening off, and needless to say, she's still here anyway, running the slideshow for us. But she has put so much work into this, and I've been to a lot of national and international launches in my 25 years, I guess, both on and online, or often online in business development. And let me tell you, what is planned at this event will all of the others I've been to will pale into insignificance. I know what's going to be happening. I've got an idea of what's going to be happening, and every day it just builds and builds. If you can get there, guys, you've got to be there. And there's some great bonuses in addition to what we've already told you that you can pick up I'm sure there's probably another slide we'll come on to that. But look at the prizes that are in front of you. You can see you've got MacBook Airs giving away, and we're going to look at the bonuses that are here. If you refer two people, so let's recap again. If you find two people at the moment, the Fast Start bonus pays you $400 for every person that you bring in as a founder member on an executive suite. So there's $800. In addition to that, get to Vegas, there's another $200 that you can take in the form of a check. If you refer 6 people, there's another $800 there that you can pick up. And you refer 9. And this has just been extended, and I've been out and about trying to sort my Mac out today, but I heard the news today that this has just been extended now past the 4th of September. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think was it the 10th or the 18th? Somebody correct me on that, Linda, on the cutoff date for this? It's the 10th. Okay. I have an idea. I find that hard to believe, but anyway, I will believe you. It's invaluable. Yeah. And just think about this for a minute, guys. You're going to have hundreds of people. This doesn't stop at Vegas. The business launches at Vegas, and let me tell you, the promotions that will be launched at Vegas to attract people globally. This is a global business. You have a global market that you're going to be talking to. People all over the world will be joining iMarkets Live, and you're going to be in a position to be in Vegas and sit and chat with hundreds of people that are actually doing this and getting people successfully into the business in all sorts of different ways. How valuable is that to you when you get home and you then want to continue to start to build and build this business up to something quite incredible? So as Cindy said, you're never ever, I mean, that's worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You can take that home with you, interject that into your business, and suddenly see things grow beyond all belief. It's going to be an opportunity that you cannot pass up. I understand. Thank you, Linda. I mean, I just like to add before we go that I guess I'm renowned maybe in business for speaking my mind, and that can be a good or a bad thing. But I always tell it as it is. I've been involved predominantly in the UK in some large organisations, national concerns, and I've headed up some departments within those. But let me tell you two things here. One is, first of all, that it's great having the glitz and the glamour, and we can all pretty things up and package them in the right way so that they look incredibly tempting. But the bottom line and what really counts is the substance and the structure to the company. It's the little things. It's the support. It's how do we get paid? Is there a system in place? Are we going to have to be tearing our hair out? It's fine, I can do all the hard work, but I've seen all these stories and I've been in businesses before online and I've had my fingers burned and it just doesn't happen. Let me tell you guys, I've been absolutely blown away in my experience with iMarketslive. And I'm not saying that because Linda's on the call. I'm just telling you as it is, and my reputation I stand by, and I'm very protective over. I would not recommend any business to anybody that I didn't feel was going to deliver the goods. And iMarketslive, I can honestly say to you, the work that is going on behind the scenes, and Linda's mentioned some of it, and I mentioned Jeff earlier on, who had a phone call, and that's just not one person. I'm hearing that day in, day out, and I heard this morning that the Paolution system, which is the global means of being able to pay you directly into your bank account, is going to be rolled out next week into other countries throughout Europe and so on. So you're going to be in a position where you're going to get on the phone, you're going to encourage people to join, you're going to get so enthusiastic, and really you've got to get into this. But trust me, this is what you're going to experience. And if you want an opportunity to put a line in the sand and change your life today for the better, and suddenly start to find that tomorrow is a different place, as people are doing day in, day out, you will not be disappointed with the decision that you make. Cindy, I'll pass the last words over to you.
Thanks, Cindy. Speak to you soon.